Hello, my name is Rebecca Tarlazzi. Today I'll be presenting a Teach One on normal forms for Module 4 of Healthcare Databases. I will explain what normal forms are, why they are important, and provide examples of normal form violations and their solutions. Normal forms are a set of rules used in database design to organize data efficiently. Their main goal is to reduce redundancy and ensure that data is stored in a clear, logical way. By following these rules, we can create databases that are easier to manage, update, and maintain. Normal forms are important because they help keep data organized, efficient, and reliable. They reduce duplicate data, improve accuracy, and make the database easier to update and maintain. Overall, applying normal forms leads to better data quality and improved system performance. Now that we understand what normal forms are and why they are important, I'll walk through the three normal forms and show an example of a violation and how to fix it for each one. First normal form means that each field in a table contains only one value, no lists or repeating groups in a single cell. Every column should hold atomic or indivisible data. It also requires that each row can be uniquely identified using a primary key. In simple terms, 1NF keeps the data clean, organized, and easy to query. This is an example of a first normal form violation. Notice how we have two columns, lab result 1 and lab result 2, restoring the same type of data. This represents repeating groups, which means the data is not atomic. In first normal form, each column should contain only one value of a single type. To fix this, we would restructure the table so each lab result is stored in its own row, rather than having multiple lab result columns. This is the solution to the first normal form violation. Instead of having multiple lab result columns, each lab result is now stored in its own row. This ensures that every field contains a single atomic value. As a result, the table is more flexible, easier to query, and now properly follows first normal form. Second normal form builds on first normal form. It means the table already has atomic values and a primary key. In addition, every field must fully depend on the entire primary key, not just part of it. It's in simple terms, this removes partial dependencies so that each piece of data is directly related to the whole record. This is an example of a second normal form violation. While the table meets first normal form, the smoking history field does not depend on the full primary key. Instead, it depends only on the patient ID, not the lab result. This creates a partial dependency, meaning the same smoking history is repeated across multiple rows. To fix this, smoking history should be moved to a separate patient level table. This is the solution to the second normal form violation. The smoking history field has been removed from this table because it did not depend on the full primary key. Now, every field in this table depends on the entire key, which eliminates partial dependencies. Smoking history would be stored separately in a patient-level table, like a social history table. This ensures the data is properly normalized. Third normal form builds on second normal form. It means the table already has no partial dependencies, and now we can also remove any relationships between non-key fields. In other words, no non-primary key field should determine another non-primary key field. This keeps all data directly tied to the primary key and eliminates unnecessary duplication. This is an example of a third normal form violation. The department name field depends on department ID, not directly on the employee ID, which is the primary key. This creates a transitive dependency between non-key fields. As a result, the same department information is repeated across multiple rows. To meet third normal form, department names should be moved to a separate department table. This is the solution to the third normal form violation. The data has been split into two tables, one for employees and one for departments. The employees table now includes only employee ID and department ID, while the departments table stores department ID and department name. This removes the transitive dependency, so all fields now depend directly on the primary key, ensuring the data is properly normalized. This concludes the Teach 1 for normal forms. Thanks for watching.